Hello again, it's me, your boy, Corey is Hyper. What's up? So obviously this again is not a gaming video. Okay, here we go. This is what 2025. We've just started it. We are currently, as of recording, probably as of uploading as well, we are 13 days in. Not even 2 full weeks. And wow. Fires, am I right? This year's already lit. That's not funny, I'm sorry. If anyone somehow in America, which there probably isn't, but if there is, anyone watching who's suffering because of the fires, I'm sorry. This feels very disingenuous me doing this with a smile, but I'm generally feeling for everyone out there, you know. Anyways, this is about me, sadly. Sorry, guys. So, don't know if anyone watching this would have watched that video. You can if you want, but I think 3 months ago I posted a video titled Mental Health, and I spoke a bit about my own mental health and what I was going through in that period, and I sort of wanted to give an update, you know, because, the reason I'm making this, like I said in that video, is I know I only have a 78 subscriber YouTube channel. I am not an influencer. I am probably never going to be an influencer. It's not something I'm working hard on achieving, you know. But I thought I'll give an update about where my head's at, what's gone on since, because a lot's happened. The end of the year, after posting that video, it was just another thing after another thing after another thing. First of all, I don't know if you can tell, I have lost a tiny bit of weight, and I am taking better care of my hair, even though it looks a bit horrid at the moment because I haven't done anything to it. But my skin doesn't look like it, does it? I think I can sort of see myself looking at the camera. I've lost a bit of weight. I've been going gym. I've been hitting that hard ever since November, and life's been really good at the moment. I have to be real. I'm feeling good 90% of the time at the moment, which is a massive turnaround from back in October, which that video was made. So what's happened? Well, during the making of the video, I was in a not so happy relationship. We were both. I didn't want to admit it at the time. I think I was a bit blinded, but I wasn't happy. She wasn't happy in a relationship, and we split up a couple weeks after the video came out, which, you know, probably didn't have the best effects on me. But that's life. At the end of the day, I didn't handle it the best at all. I handled it really, really badly. But I'll go more into that in a second. Shortly after the making of that video, if you want any sort of bloody proof my mental health was bad, I went to the doctors like a good boy, and they signed me off work for a whole month. Like, they don't do that just off words, you know. Work started to notice my mental health was bad way before that video was made, and they were pushing me for months to call the doctors for months. And I finally did it in October, and just as I was getting to the swing of it at work, I got pulled out, which, you know, just my luck. I was hitting my target consistently that month, and I get pulled away. So I had to go off work for a month, and I took that time to work on myself. I started going gym during that time. I started, you know, and then I got broken up with. My first breakup, that was my first relationship. It was 2 years long. It was one of the best times of my life overall. You know, it was a good experience overall. And yeah, it was definitely something we both needed, even if it took me a while to sort of see that and admit that to myself. I was a bit in denial about the situation for a while. But it was a real big blessing in disguise, I think, you know, because a breakup, you know, unless you're breaking up with someone, it's 90% of the time unexpected. 90% of the time, you don't want it to happen, even if the relationship is bad. I didn't want it to happen. I wanted to try and work on things, but she didn't, and that's fair enough to her. If she's watching this, probably not. I'll be surprised if she does. But yeah, I did not handle it good. But I have to cut myself the tiniest bit of slack that my head was fucked up at that point. Like, I was signed off work for a month. I'd just been prescribed mirtazapine. I don't know if I was prescribed mirtazapine at the time. I don't even know if the video was made during the month off or not. It might have been, and I might have been rehashing some points with that whole thing. But yeah, so that happened, and I didn't handle it good, and I did some things that were not morally correct. And, you know, I've apologised for that. Even if I'm not forgiven, I've apologised, I've done my part. Even though, you know, just saying sorry for that's a bit shit. But at the end of the day, I don't honestly get people that are like, oh, you can't just say sorry for that. Like, what else am I meant to do now? I can't undo what I did. I can just apologise and move on. Anyway. Negativity out of the way. No, actually, I came back to work not even a week after being broken up with, which I had no choice. The end of the month, you know, I got a sick note for a month. It ran out. Had to go back. I did not hit the ground running at all. I sort of just landslided, really, into being sacked and not passing my probation, which cut a bit deep. I was like, damn. The worst part is, even though I wasn't hitting my targets, I wasn't doing what I needed to do, my mate, who works there still, who passed his probation, who's also called Corey, congrats to him. He's not going to be watching this. He doesn't even know I exist here. But he passed, and he sort of said on the team meeting after I was mentioned, and what was said was, what was it? Oh, sorry, I just had an email, and it's just completely cut off my track on whatever I was doing. What he said was, I would have passed my probation if I didn't make one silly little mistake, which was working from home one day. Which is a really I mean, someone out there is just listening to that is like, what the fuck? Why did you do that for? And I don't know. But you know what, guys? If you've done something stupid like that and you get sacked, what can you do, mate? Learn from it. Learn from it and put it into whatever next situation you're in that's similar. You know, that's all you can do in life is learn from your mistakes, the bad, because I'd like to think I'm a decent human being. I hope I am. And all you can do if you do something that's not morally correct, and I'm not meaning like crimes or anything, just something that's you're a bit of a knob for that, you know. Just, you know, don't, you know, as long as you realise at some point that what you did was a bit screwed up, or what you did was, you shouldn't have done that, brother, or sister, or they, them. And you learn from it, and then, you know, you adjust accordingly. That's all you can do, you know. Good people have done shitty things, you know. If you look at every good person in the world, everyone's like, yo, you're a really good person, they've probably done loads of shitty shit. Like how a bad person can do loads of good stuff, a good person can do loads of bad stuff at the same time. But yeah, now on to present day, 2025. I'm going gym with my friend George. You all know George. It's the George that's in my videos. That guy. He's been getting me into the gym, and it's been really improving my mental health. I've been getting out of the house more, going gym, working on myself. That's how I've lost my weight. I've reconnected with a lot of friends. Bailey, I barely spoke to him while I was in a relationship. Mistake. George, barely spoke to him while I was in a relationship. Another mistake. Anthony, we stopped being friends just after me and my ex got together. Not anything to do with my ex. Me having a girlfriend now. Not me stopping talking to people because I had a girlfriend now. Um, who else? Oh, that's it. Toby, who's been in, I think, one video of mine, which is the silver video. Generic Dingus, his name on that is. We became closer since then, and I've actually made a new friend. Well, not really a new friend. We're already like on good terms, chat every now and then. I've made a new best mate, and his name's Henry. He's an amazing person, and we just started chatting a lot more since then, and we're good chums now. And so sometimes I still feel lonely, as we all do. The world nowadays is it's crazy that we've got so many more avenues of talking to people, of meeting people, of doing stuff with people, of being able to connect to people. Yeah, I feel like this is the loneliest the human race has ever been, the most separated the human race has probably ever been, the most not unified, and the most fake the human race has ever been. Ever since all this, like, I feel like the world would be a better place without social media. Honest to God, social media is just so toxic these days. Like I might even get a hate comment on this video from some random Donny who doesn't know me, but it's just, I don't know what they're going through, but could be going through something, or they're just knob. They're just a knob, essentially. But yeah, I've been going out a lot more, not to drink, but to hang out with the boys. And that's good, because before, when I'd go out, it would be for alcohol. It would be to release. But now, alcohol's just a nice side piece to hanging out with my mates. I've got a job interview this week. I'm not unemployed. I still work 1 day a week, so technically I've got a part-time job. But yeah, well, at the end of the day, so much has changed for me within 3 months. From October to now, so much has changed. Some things bad, but mostly better, And I guess it's a message to say that mental health is just battles. It is a war, but you can easily win, and there's always going to be those moments of peace before the next battle. But it's your job to not let yourself fall too much during that battle like I did, okay? Yeah, that's the sad reality of it. Your mental health is the only person that can affect it, that can change it, that can make it better is you. Well, long term is you, not anyone else. My friends make it better short term. My ex, when we first got together, made it better short term. But it went downhill. I treated her pretty badly, but she did also treat me badly. That's why we weren't good for each other. I don't think we just weren't the same puzzle pieces we were when we first met. And I'd like to sign off by saying, if this has helped anyone, or even if it's brightened up your day to know I'm doing better, you know it. Don't know why I did that. If it's brightened up your day knowing even if it's just one person with the tiniest amount of feeling better. That was really poor English. Even if I helped him in the tiniest way possible, like even if it's just a speck and it's only one person, I've done my job. This video's done its job a little bit. And I also want, just in case people are still worrying about me. But I'm doing good. Yeah. I am the happiest I've been in a very, very, very long time. And the only people I've got to thank is my day ones. Toby, Henry, Ryan, Bailey, George, even Anthony, my dad, my little brother, my dog. She's got that dog in her. Even my ex for breaking up with me, which probably not in a toxic way, But thank you, because I wouldn't be where I am now without that. I wouldn't have had the motivation to get better. I wouldn't have known how I was, the person I was becoming. And it's a person I didn't want to start becoming, but I did. But I hope now I've sort of turned a corner with that. This is a 15-minute video, unedited. Corious Hyper Special 2025. To end it off, I've probably already said this, I'm going to give 3 goals, and I'll come back in 2026, even if I don't post the whole year, to let you know if I've done any of them. Number 1, stay close to the boys. Even if I get into another relationship, stay close to the boys, because they my day ones. I barely spoke to them for 2 years, and I'm speaking to them every day. And I don't want to lose that again, or not ever be that distant from them. Number 2, carry on hitting the gym as much as I physically can, and improving myself. And finally, end the year better off than I started, even if it's in the smallest way. So, if you guys want to put in your New Year's resolutions, my advice, don't make them too grandiose. And if you do, have little stepping stones, and don't try and do it all in January. That's why everyone fails. They do it for a week, then give up. You got 365 days to get this done. Don't have to do it all within a month. Make it a work in progress. Even if you only start it in November. Even if you only started the 31st of December. And you get it done. If you get it done before the 1st of January clocks over, you've completed the New Year's resolution. Hope everyone's doing good. Corious Hyper signing off. Deuces.